Hi guys, it's Human Mindless People and welcome back to another Doctor Who video for you. So today's video is top 10 best 10th Doctor stories. The 10th Doctor is one of my favourite Doctors of all time. So yeah, if you've never seen my face on the screens before, please hit that big red subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell to get notifications every single time I upload, because I'm no longer filming these on my iPad, I'm filming these on my camera. Okay, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Okay, so for 3 seasons of Doctor Who, David Tennant, 10th Doctor, won Whovians' hearts with his distinguished wit and depth as the most tortured Time Lord in the universe. This combined of humour and narrative complex has made 10 one of the most beloved Doctors to date, and indeed some of the most memorable storylines were conceived in this area. Okay, number 10, human nature. The Doctor is always a fan of his own levity, but it's no surprise when mortality begins jumping at the chance for immortality. In this first instalment of a 2-part story arc, the Doctor and his companion Martha, through Mirageman, insert themselves into an early 20th century community to invade the family of blood, which wants to obtain the Doctor's Time Lord lifespan. To prevent this, the Doctor becomes human and assumes the identity of a teacher named John Smith. Martha is perhaps the real hero in this story, as the Doctor orders her to invert a life story for me, find me a setting and integrate me. Stuck with a Time Lord who doesn't know who he is and has no power, pretty tough luck for a companion. Just want to point out that Martha did a fantastic job at helping the Doctor with this thing. So yeah, I feel like Rose would have struggled a bit, but Martha was ace in this story. She ends up being the real hero in the end, and it's just amazing. I love her Doctor and human relationship. It really shows, but the Doctor and companion relationship between the two characters in this particular story, it was amazing. I also love the cold open. You know, the cold open. Okay. Number 9, Midnight. This one-off episode from season 4 follows the 10th Doctor as he attempts to discover the source of a terror on a shuttle transversing planet Midnight. Written by Russell T Davies, the episode is an instance of an often used format in Doctor Who, isolating in an enclosed space with a group of strangers that the Doctor must presume into following his lead. In this case, the strangers run into some slight trouble with, well, getting possessed. As crew members lose their calm, the Doctor doesn't always maintain his either if we're going to get out of this, then you need me. Tennant's anger, exclaims at one point, considering how irrational they all become, who can blame the Doctor for getting a little unhinged? Fun fact, guest star Colin Morgan began playing the title character in BBC One's Merlin, same year Midnight debuted. Midnight to me is one of those episodes that creeped the hell out of me. I actually found it really scary. I was sat on my iPad, I was sat downstairs when they put all the Doctor Who's on a channel to watch over the lockdown, and Midnight was really creepy. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I just thought it's one of those episodes that can creep you out without being too scary, but kind of made for kids. But it was really scary, so not made for kids. Number 8, The Stolen Earth. In this penultimate episode of season 4, the 10th Doctor and Donna are joined by a litany of past companions in their quest to save the planet and over dozens others that have gone missing. The Stolen Earth is actually a crossover between Who and its 2 magnificent spin-offs, Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures. As such, it boasts a tremendous cast that sees Rose, Captain Jack, Sarah Jane and Martha assist the Doctor once more in this episode, and its second part, Journey's End, the Doctor battles the Daleks, who are perhaps the most iconic enemies in the Whoniverse. Just want to point out, I thoroughly enjoyed this two-parter. It was returning companions galore. You had Sarah Jane, the favourite companion from the classic era. You had Martha, Rose, Jack, Mickey. Everyone in the Russell T Davies era came together to fight the Dalek invasion, which I just want to point out was amazing. Number 7. Family of Blood. In defence of the Family of Blood, who wouldn't want to live as long as a Time Lord? Unsurprisingly, the Doctor regains various victorious over the family in this follow-up to Human Nature, but without some sinking emotional relations. Family of Blood features a heartbreaking speech from Martha when she says, "The Doctor, he's just everything to me, and he doesn't even look at me, but I don't care because I love him to bits." Considering all that Martha does to help the Doctor, especially when he doesn't even remember who he is, the moment is particularly devastating. Can I just point out, I agree, Martha's heart-wrenching speech brings a tear to your eye because she knows the Doctor as a Time Lord and she is convincing the human version of John Smith to turn back into the Doctor. So yeah. Number 6, Journey's End. How often do you get to see the Doctor regenerate into the same incarnation? That's sort of what transpires at the start of the season 4 finale, which contributes as a suffering emotional follow-up to the Stolen Earth. The injured Doctor partly regenerates to get back in tip-top shape and explains in a hallmark moment of wit, "Used the regeneration energy to heal myself. As soon as that was done, I didn't need to change. I didn't want to. Why would I? Look at me. Oh my god. When I just read that, you guys will probably know that. I felt like the 10th Doctor then. I felt like David Tennant was reading that. I felt like a bit of his spirit was in me to read that. I'll read that again if you want. "Use the regeneration energy to heal myself. As soon as that was done, I didn't need to change. I didn't want to. Why would I? Look at me." This clever event is followed by the successful defeat of the Daleks, but also the tragic end of Donna's time as the Doctor's right-hand woman. In one of the most disturbing companion departures, her memory of the Doctor and all their escapades must be removed. Although season 4 was Tennant's last as the Doctor, he did not regenerate into the 11th in this episode. Instead, a few standalone episodes were released over a year after season 4, climatizing in the end of time. I think that was really kind of good because the fact that they did that and the Doctor regenerated into his same incarnation, but technically him being killed by a Dalek and regenerating into the same incarnation still counts as one of his regenerations. So number 5, The Girl in the Fireplace. Past, present and future collides in this wacky episode that invokes both space travel and corsets. After discovering a 15th century spaceship in which he can see an 18th century French girl through a fireplace, the Doctor must figure out what's so special about her and, of course, how to save the day. The episode is a brilliant combination of the historic period piece and futuristic space plots that Who executes so well. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Even though I don't like Rose, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode when watching it. So yeah. Also, have you guys noticed that a lot of these episodes are from series 3 and 4? Probably David Tennant's best time as a Doctor, I would say. Number 4, Doomsday. In the perpetual traumatic final to season 2, the Doctor and Rose Tyler are separated indefinitely by the aftermath of the battle involving the Daleks and Cybermen, when one Cyberman says, "Together we could upgrade the universe. You know it's going to be a tough battle." Although Earth is saved, Rose and the Doctor end up stuck in two different universes, much more than a wall separates them, but both gravitate towards the physical area in which Rose was pulled into the parallel universe. Tennant delivers an incredible performance, touching the wall with an eerie vacant look in his eye, but Billie Piper's delivery is even more affectionate as she sobs uncontrollably in her new world. While Rose and the Doctor's reactions may differ, their trauma is the most certainly equal. Can I just point out, I was still upset that Rose left, but I didn't really like her, but I was upset for the Doctor because he'd lost a companion. I wasn't upset for Rose losing the Doctor, no way. I felt the Doctor's pain, I didn't feel Rose's pain. But Billie Piper executes Rose really well in that particular scene. I'm not denying Billie Piper, she's an amazing actress, I just don't like her character. Number 3, Silence in the Library. The enigma of River Song and the Doctor begins and then ends in a sense. During their first instalment of this two-part story arc, where viewers see the two meet, this is their first encounter from the Doctor's point of view. This is, as Whovians know first, is highly relevant when dealing with the chaotic nature of relationships on Who, especially the inherently non-chronological saga of the Doctor and River Song. The episode kicks off when Donna and the Doctor arrive at an unusually empty library where they encounter the homicidal and shadowy Vashta Nerada. Alex Kingston's debut as River Song is a powerful one, as her sensitivity reaction to the Doctor quickly convinces viewers that their relationship is terribly complex, even if we do not see any of it. Yeah, River Song's story is told backwards. We first meet her in the Silence of the Library, then with the Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone, then that Pandorica opens, then at the Day of the Moon. Basically, I could name every single episode that River Song is in until we find out, but we find out she's in a relationship with the Doctor in Demon's Run. So yeah, I could basically name every single episode River Song's in, but I'm not going to because this video will be far too long otherwise. Number 2, Forest of the Dead. The follow-up to Silence in the Library includes one of the most memorandous moments in Who canon. River Song's death. It's a rare moment that becomes even more traumatizing when you progress through the show, because at this point viewers had only seen River Song in one episode. River's subsequent character development, including her relationship with not only 10 but 11 and 12, is one of the most complex and riveting Who storylines. For one, River is later revealed to be the daughter of Amy and Rory Pond, two of the 11th Doctor's principal companions. Only Doctor Who can kill off a character before you even know her, then develop her and make you swoon, kind of familiar to the Doctor's experiences. Yeah, if Doctor Who's good at one thing, it's killing off a character before you have time to swoon over her, but River Song's storytelling was told backwards. Little tip, watch River Song's storyline in order, then watch Silence of the Library, and watch River Song's death, and it's really heartbreaking. I watched it like that. When someone pointed that out, I watched it like that and I literally understood it. Number 1, Blink. The principal critical and audience acclaiming from this Haunted special is no surprise, given that it introduces one of the most sinister villains in Who history, the Weeping Angels. Written by Stephen Moffat, the guest star Carey Mulligan, the story follows Mulligan's Sally Sparrow as she grapples with the timey-wimey effect of the Angels. The Weeping Angels have appeared in several Who episodes since, including a Series 7 episode that concluded Amy and Rory's time as companions to the 11th. Yeah. I think, to be honest, they overdid it with the Weeping Angels. I've got some news about those anyway, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you guys at the end. But yeah, So that's it really. That's the top 10th Doctor episodes. Can I just say, I think David Tennant's episodes for series 3 and 4 are probably his better episodes, just because David Tennant was more comfortable in the role as the Doctor, like Peter Davison was in series 20 and also series 21. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. I've got a bunch of different videos planned. I also hope you like the camera quality. This was not filmed on my iPad, this was filmed on my Canon G7X camera. So yeah, the quality is so much better. I'll see you guys next week for another video. I'm sorry I didn't upload a video last week. It's because I was ill. The Monday I was, and then Tuesday I was just so weak and just didn't have the energy. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for another video, but I promise to upload once a week again. If I'm away for some reason, I will always explain it to you. So yeah, also the Weeping Angels are coming back for series 13. God spare me, but I do like them. They are really creepy. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for another video. Alonzi.